Spit it out, man.
I was going to try to segue this into a shrinking and hitting one, but I was like, I stopped myself, but I didn't want to stop myself. So, Ant-Man news keeps coming at us. It's hitting us like a tiny bullet. And yeah, how about that Ant-Man 3? Who's excited besides us three?
I mean, it's quite poignant that there's only three people.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
Three
Yeah.
ball, yeah, three ball.
So,
There seems to be a very divisive decision to have a third one.
I,
Because some people are like, why make an Ant-Man 3? It's like, 'cause it's a $1 billion franchise.
yeah,
And that's kind of why.
because
Sure, it's combined, but still.
I mean, still, and like, I mean, let's be real. You need to keep on doing franchises like this to make these characters more established and known. And I mean, here's the part that blows my mind. People constantly complaining that Disney is only going for $1 billion big films and they don't want to do anything that's smaller. Ant-Man physically and literally is a smaller scale comic book film, and they're like, but we don't want Ant-Man. It's like,
they want all of their franchises to be $1 billion franchises, not just the Avengers. So
I think everyone would want their franchise
Everybody.
to be $1 billion.
Yeah.
No, no, you know, it makes sense. The whole the smoke around Young Avengers. You know, the first one we know is Cassie, and she's been in 2 of these movies, and we now have an older Cassie. So let's kickstart all that off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's make her Stature and not Stinger, because Stinger sucks.
well, Marvel said Stinger.
Well, Marvel's wrong.
I mean, they'll probably just do the amalgam thing, which I won't be
please.
surprised at. And yeah, it's like, oh, can we do the proper thing? Like, not
So
the,
yes, there was an Ant-Man and Stinger before in Marvel Comics 2, but let's not remember Marvel Comics 2. No, that wasn't Cassie. At least I don't think it was Cassie anyway. No, we have Cassie Lang as Stature, and we
Yeah.
stick with Stature. It's a better name. It's a better costume. It also stops it being, hey, all the guys grow and shrink, and then the girls just shrink and fly. No, that's not pigeonhole everyone. It's just a weird little thing, but
it is. And also, it's like, the thing about this one is I'm glad it's Peyton Reed returning because, again, like, I really like the way he directed the first 2, and I'm glad he gets to conclude his trilogy because, I mean,
when's the third Spider-Man coming out?
July 2021.
Okay, so I was going to say Peyton Reed's going to be the first one to direct a trilogy, but he's not as John Watts.
Yeah. Which,
But still, we have 3 directors completing a trilogy now at last.
I know,
'Cause
finally.
you got Watts, Reed, and then Gunn. No. Who would have thought Gunn would have been the last one? But hey,
Right.
Dem's the cards, and kind of a crappy hand.
I mean, it's
we
an
still got
interesting
it.
also if you look at the facts. It's like, dude, we will have gotten an entire Spider-Man trilogy in between 2 Guardians films.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive!
I mean, I would have thought of that anyway, but the situation we had wasn't what I was expecting to happen. So
Right? Yeah, that's
it's a bit of a
that is
whiplash
true.
one.
So, who do you think they go for this one? Because like the start date is revealed to be in January of 2021.
I was gonna say, what's his name? Michael Douglas said January 2021, which I don't know
dude, that's far off.
if that's accurate, because we've heard was it Benedict Wong said, oh yeah, we're gonna start shooting Doctor Strange 2 in January. It's just kind of like, well, it's been a year since then. You haven't actually got a script, so no, you're not gonna start filming that this
Right.
year. So I don't know if the actors know 100%, but if it is the 2021 start date, that means it's February
Uh-huh.
2022, which puts it out of the traditional July date for
Yeah,
Ant-Man
which
movie.
honestly I like that date for. I was kind of used to it, but it's like, why would you toss out Ant-Man in February as well? Because February's typically seen as a lesser month, so I don't know.
I mean, they made $1 billion in the February, so is it lesser anymore? Who really knows at this point?
I don't know. It's just it is what it is, and for me, I just like where would they want to go with the third Ant-Man movie?
We have a hanging plot thread from the first one.
Yeah.
Let's find out where those pin particles went. What did Mitch Carson do with them? Have that be like have that be the way Cassie gets the powers.
That could work.
You literally got like a vial of pin particles hanging around. You know, have them. I don't know. Maybe they kidnap Cassie. Maybe Cassie gets involved in it in some way, shape, or form, and then she ends up being the test subject or an accident, and that's how she gets them.
Yeah, that's good.
Or they could actually, just to keep giving out oars and spitballing, they could do the whole like heart surgery Cassie Lang has in the comics in Scott's origin, and they do it that way, and it gets like muddled up.
They could.
Wait, in the comics, do they ever like state? Well, you know why they specifically state why Scott and Cassie are just completely adaptable to pin particles.
Well, Scott's the suit, but Cassie's actually like is part of it. She's kind of like a Janet, like Wasp, where she like the powers are hers. It's not like anything else. It's all inherently her. At least that's what, as far as I'm aware.
See, I've only read so little with stature in it that I don't even know. So I'm like,
The most exposure I've had to stature was in the Ultimates, when I didn't actually realize it was Cassie Lang until like the end. It's just like, oh, it was Cassie Lang.
Yeah, because that's as much as I have too. Because then after that, like they just redid everything. Everyone has giant man powers now.
Yeah. So I've read a bit of Young Avengers. I haven't read the entire thing, but I will get around to it. But
yeah,
that's the extent of like what I know anyway.
All right. Well, I mean, Ant-Man 3, we're all excited. I think, generally, we seem to be the dudes on line championing it, so we'll take it.
It's because we get paid by Disney to like it.
True.
We can't say anything bad against it.
This is true. This is in fact true. No eyes detected. So that's